guys, so today I'm here with the S6 running boards fitting all 2005 and newer double cab Toyota Tacomas. So if you're looking to get a boost up into your truck, easier cab access, maybe even some easier roof access, and you're looking for something stylish to fill up that negative wheel-to-wheel space, this option is going to be a good one to take a look at. So like I mentioned, this is going to provide you some easier access to your truck when getting in and out. You do get a large 6-inch step with this. It's going to provide you a ton of footroom and real estate to easily get in and out of your cab area. This is also going to feature a non-slip design for those wetter days, giving you a little bit of extra traction. Not to mention, this is also going to double as some moderate side protection, so this is going to be able to handle whatever you throw at it. Now, it's not going to be super heavy duty like a rock slider, but it is going to meet somewhere in the middle, so this will protect you from any lower obstacles or even anything that may come in contact with the side bodies, since they do stick a little bit farther out. So these are going to be made of a steel construction, which is going to be very durable, like I mentioned before, and it's also going to have a fine texture black powder coat finish on it, which is going to protect the steel underneath. What it's also going to do is give you a sleek and aggressive look to the side of your truck, really complementing your truck overall. So these are going to be roughly $300, making these a pretty affordable option when it comes to running boards or side steps on the page right now. So other more expensive choices are usually going to incorporate that heavy-duty design, like I mentioned before, and they're really going to be for that off-roading and rock sliding purpose. They may even have some more to their design, like a drop-down step or even a removable step, and some of those even come in different finishes, like a polished stainless steel finish. And then on the other hand, less expensive choices are usually going to be for a more basic design than this, and they may feature that lighter protection and not meet somewhere in the middle like this running board will. So I personally really like how these are styled. They're going to add an aggressive look to the side of your truck, especially with the boxy design and the design of the step pads, and they are going to be very functional as well, making these a really good option to take a look into. So install is going to be very easy. At a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, you're going to need some basic hand tools to get the job done. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. The tools that I used for my install were a 13mm deep socket and a 3/8" drive ratchet. So the first step of our install is to install our brackets. Now they are going to be side and position specific. So right here I have my passenger front, my passenger center, and my passenger rear, and they will be labeled on the brackets as well. You also want to make sure you have your hardware in hand to install those and something comfy to lay on, and then we can head underneath our truck. Now we're going to install the passenger front bracket. You're going to be provided with this hardware. It's going to be a bolt, a flat washer, as well as a lock washer, and we're going to thread that into the captured nut plate in the body of our Tacoma. Now we also want to leave these pretty loosely installed because they do have a little bit of adjustment, so we may have to adjust a little bit later once we get our step on, and then we can tighten them down. We're just going to have them threaded in pretty loosely at this point. So now we're ready to start attaching our step to our brackets. Now you do want to make sure that you have the correct side as well as the step in the correct orientation. How you can tell that is this lip is going to go into the body of the Tacoma, and the step pad will be closest to the end cap on the far side. So on the truck bed side, this is going to be a little bit closer to that end cap, and then on the other side you are going to have a little bit of room between the end cap and the step pad on the front side. So what we're going to do is place this on the brackets. Now as you can tell, we have this large open space. Basically what our secondary brackets are going to do is hook in under here, sit on that rail, and then we can attach a nut on the other side of this stud. But we want to get the step in position so we can hook those into place once it's on our brackets. So it doesn't have to be perfect. We just want them in a general position to where the step is going to sit, and then we can head underneath and work in our brackets. So now that the step is on the bracket, we can take our secondary bracket with our studs, hook that onto the rails, and then position that over our bracket here, making sure that each of the tabs are sitting in those rails. And then we can move to the other brackets and get those in position as well. So right now I'm at the rear bracket. I'm going to place this in the rails and then just lift up a little bit, making sure that it's still centered in those rails. And if you have to move the side step around, you can. But you want to make sure that those two tabs on the end are sitting in those rails correctly. All right, so the stud in the rails, now we can head up to the front. So after you have all of your secondary brackets with the studs in place, you just want to take a quick peek at your side step, position it where you want it, lined up with your Tacoma side rocker, and then we can attach our provided hardware. So it's going to be a flat washer and a nylon lock nut. So since we really don't have to do any more adjustment, what we can do at this point is tighten these down. I'm going to be using a 13mm deep socket in order to do that. You may even want to hold the bracket down from the back side so you're not pushing it up out of the rails. And then basically what we're doing is clamping that in between the primary bracket and the secondary bracket. Now we can repeat that process for the other two brackets. So with that same 13mm deep socket, we're going to go ahead and tighten up the bolts that are holding our bracket to the body of our Tacoma. So that's going to wrap it up for my review and install. Make sure you like and subscribe, and for more videos like this, always keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.